Okay, so if you picked pile number one, this is your reading. You picked the white rose, which I just want to say they call the white rose the mystical rose of heaven. So I just love that. I'm going to start by tapping into the energy, seeing what we pick up. And then, yes, I haven't seen any of these cards yet. I just pre-shuffled them and just had them laying down, so I didn't see anything. And I'm just gonna tap into your guides, see what energy I start to pick up on, and then I'll definitely put the timestamp so that you can just go to that point when I start actually giving you information. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and take a second and connect. So I will say, like, when I was kind of feeling this energy, like later, like when I was shuffling, I kind of felt like either like tricky energy or, how do I call it? Just like maybe like tough energy. Um, like almost like maybe you're dealing with something that's just making the situation harder. Maybe something's on your mind, kind of ruffling up your energy. Something that's like almost kind of disrupting your energy or making it a little frazzled. And of course, they're saying like they're wanting you to get the bigger picture of things, and that's gonna, I feel like, calm your spirit and bring like rest and rejuvenation. I feel like that's what you need. You need rest and rejuvenation right now. Okay. They're kind of showing me like when you're kind of like manifesting in a low place, and when I mean that, I mean like just energetically, maybe you're not happy with certain things, or you don't feel very good, or you're just still dealing with tough emotions or deep thoughts that are kind of like plaguing you. When you're dealing with that, it really kind of takes over all your energy, right? So that the good things that you do want to come and to happen, like beautiful gifts and blessings and the things that you want to happen in life, and kind of like blocks that off for a second, and not completely, but just it's like you're putting all your energy into this one concentrated thing that has you worried or that's bothering you, and it kind of makes, manifestation kind of slow. So I definitely think that the reason of you catching this reading right now is literally because your angels are literally wanting to be like, hold up, let's revisit this real quick, let's readjust, and like let's get you back on track to like thinking right. And I will say, I just at the end I have these two little messages from the angels that I haven't seen yet that we'll add at the end, and then I also have some tarot cards that we will get into after these oracle cards. So anything else, Spirit, before I get into these cards that you want them to be aware of? I feel like you guys, like, y'all either have a grandmother spirit that visits you, or just like there's something like they're showing me just like passed on loved ones and then visiting you through like birds and stuff and like butterflies. So I just see like a lot of bird energy, and it's like behind that bird energy is like passed on loved ones, kind of keeping an eye on you and sending you signals or synchronicities. Because it's interesting, I just glanced over here and I just heard it's time to fly. And with this unicorn energy, like this white unicorn, it really reminds me of like the photo you picked, which is a white rose, which is just purity. And it's like hang on to something pure and you're gonna get there. It's time to fly, and it's time to hang on to the most purest, realest points of you. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start. Actually, just because I literally got my attention to this one, like, let's just start with this one. I was gonna go from this, but I'm like being redirected. And I'm almost like feeling like, because usually I read them like from left to right, I guess how you'd read a book. And then like I'm getting redirected to start here. I kind of feel like that's kind of like your energy. Like you really like doing things differently, or maybe you're the type of person that if you get told to do something, you're gonna do the exact opposite. So yeah, you're kind of like a contrarian. Yes, I love that. The eagle spirit, freedom. Yeah, it's like you really crave freedom, and like with your choices too, and just literally like doing what you want, and just definitely not being like, it's almost like your soul takes, like if someone advises you to do something else or do whatever, it's like your soul kind of takes it as like a threat, even though like they could be suggesting something really, really good for you and giving you good advice, but you like take it as like, whoa, what are you trying to say here, So it's kind of funny. Almost like you get really offended by people easily. Or maybe just the right certain people. So they're definitely bringing you into a period in your life where there's a lot more freedom. I feel like you're getting out of this energy where it was like, they're kind of showing me like you, right? And then all these almost like kind of like strings or chords or like lines just attached to you, and those were like all these things that were kind of like almost sounds so crazy and weird, but like sucking you dry, or like people or things just like taking your energy. And now it's like you're deleting all these, I don't know why I said the word deleting, but deleting all these attachments that no longer serve your highest good. And now you're going into this phase of like freedom. Like, look at this bird. There is nothing attached to him. Like, he is just free to be whoever he wants and go wherever the F he wants. Okay, now we'll start here. Actually, no. Once again, it's like wanting to do things differently. I'm actually feeling, let's start with the bottom row. Okay, I love that we have portal keeper and then healing. I think there's things that needed resolving and you didn't know how it was going to resolve, or you didn't know how you were going to get to the other magical end, the end you want. Maybe the ending you crave and desire, you didn't know how to bring about. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll immediately say there's obviously a lot of bird energy. There's a bird here, there's a bird here, there's a bird there. So much just like wing energy. It's like flying, right? And that also reminds me of like getting this higher perspective, this higher view that they are wanting you to like harness. Because they're really wanting to say like, you have the key to make what you want happen. You have what you need. You are tapped into other dimensions. So these things that you feel, like when you get excited about your dreams or just your hopes and dreams, these things that you feel, it's like before something manifests, it energetically comes in first. So it's like, that's why we can a lot of times feel it before we even see it. And that's what they're kind of like alluding to, is like you're starting to actually feel it. Like you're starting to feel it, right? You're starting to believe in it, and it's because you've made room for this healing to happen. And it is kind of showing me like you had to unravel all this for this healing to happen. It's almost like something had to come undone so that it could initiate this healing. And it's also reminding me of like how I said, like I saw kind of like, like lines or chords just like going to you. Kind of makes me feel like it's like the spirit realm is really helping you remove these certain things that are taking away your energy. And also you see how it's like this kind of is obstructing the view of the bird, but he's the one holding it. It's kind of like you. It's like, almost like, it's almost kind of feeling of like that self-sabotage type of feeling, or like you don't feel like that is what you're doing. It's like you can't see in the future or where you're going, but it's like you have the key that will help you to see better and to have more clarity. So there's a recent lesson you went through, right? There's a recent lesson you went through to help you realize that you have the key, you have what it takes. So whole self-health, it's like you really are starting to focus on your health a lot more. And that is providing a lot of healing for you. And I almost maybe, I don't know if you went through a health scare or something, but it's almost like, that's funny, they're kind of mentioning Scared Straight. You know that show where they scare you straight? It's like you kind of had to go through that to like learn something very, very valuable to your soul and to your journey and path. And your angels are also coming in like, we're always going to give you what you need. But it is up to you to focus on those good things that we do present to you, because they are well and plenty. Like there's plenty of these options available to you, but it's up to you to like actually grab that and like utilize it for yourself. So this is really pretty. I'll share it with you. The Light Priestess, Galactic Wisdom, Cosmic Ritual. So this really also reminds me of like how you're activating your light body more. And your light body is like your higher self, right? And with this like whole self, and it's like natural therapies, balance, Ayurveda, it's like also all this healthy food. It's like eating better helps activate your light body more, because it's like your body, your whole entire being is being upgraded. And so if it's literally running faster and burning more energy, it needs the utmost, like best, like protein, the best, gasoline for your car to run. And so they are focusing on health. They are telling you that it's a good thing to focus on what you eat and what, I'm going to put this here, and what you consume more, because you are activating, a completely new version of you. Okay? And that's what's bringing in this freedom. That's what's bringing in this freedom after maybe like a long period of chaos, or maybe a long period of stagnicity. And maybe you did have health issues, and those are really resolving and coming to an end. And like, that's what I'm just hearing. Like, you are completely healed. Okay, I really am like wanting to take these. Okay. So we have change in the reverse. Ace of Discs in the reverse. We have the Fortune. And this is the Five of Wands in reverse. And this is the Ten of Wands upright. And then we have these two, the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So yeah, I don't know why, like earlier in the beginning of this reading, I felt kind of like this trickster energy, and it's showing up here right there. And maybe it's like this trickster energy was just like making you not realize like how open your path really is, because the Seven of Cups is like about illusions, and it's like it's this trickster energy that's kind of been involved. It's like making you dissuaded, or making you, like there's illusions, right? And they're making you like maybe confused. There's a lot of confusion. I really feel like you're at a huge pivotal point in like your just journey. Like you really are about to level up. And I feel like it's almost like, I'm not trying to say there's some evil entity or some evil energies out there like trying to get you away from the light or your path. That's not what's happening. It's more just like, it's almost a last testing, like almost a last test. And it's like they're just like, stay on track. Stay grounded. That's really going to help you know what's real. Because I feel like maybe you have felt like you've been in a stalemate for a second, or like this ending that you've wanted and this new beginning that you've wanted has taken a while to get here. But it's all because there was this lesson, this sort of balancing that needed to happen. But your fortune is coming. This would be the wheel. So the wheel really is changing. It's literally changing from you being stagnant, confused, unsure, and not very happy with the energies around you, to finally the wheel changing in your favor and you like literally defeating this struggle. And it's like this oppression and this struggle. It's like, I feel like that's what's kind of testing you right now. Yes, I knew I wanted to turn this. It's like this shadow with this scrying mirror. It's like you need to realize what is true and what's an illusion. And also maybe what you pick, feelings you pick up of others. Because you are a cosmic being, and you need to know that with that being said, you're susceptible to different energies, and a lot of times you can pick up energies from maybe your housemates or people around you, or even someone you walk by at the grocery store. If you have a job where you're touching people, like you can very easily pick up people's energies, and all of a sudden what you thought you were good and clear on, all of a sudden you have anxiety over nowhere and doubt, and they're wanting to like help you to see that that is an illusion. Let's see what this is. Respect, yeah. Others might not respect your journey, but you need to respect your journey. It's like maybe others can't handle the heat, but it's like something about you where you realize the value in it. You realize the value of burning up a situation. I wasn't gonna do these now, but for some reason, like I really want to read these out loud now. It says positive changes are taking place. Be patient. You are a being of the universe. Feel the connection. You are never alone, and that's something you need to know. There are so many spirits right now, and especially it's like I just feel like the animal kingdom so strongly with you. Like they're helping you. They are with you, okay? This lesson, this journey, you are not alone, okay? I just heard they are your fire and ice. You are not alone. You're more powerful than you think. And I see you kind of taking more an interest in your ancestral line, or finding out about your DNA, or finding out about your roots and where you come from. And like, I don't know, just like honoring and respecting the history of maybe just your people more. This doesn't have to resonate with all of you, but this could be just for a few of you. I just feel like you guys are also really interested in like the paranormal. And I don't know, maybe you guys even try to do a seance or something, but I just heard the word seance. So you guys definitely have the ability to connect with the spirit world, and that's something that I do feel like you're going to dabble with or have fun with. And of course, always protect yourself, right? But I think this is something totally okay to do. And I just, of course, protect yourself with Archangel Michael. But it's like you have how they're kind of showing me like in armies they have different badges and different ranks, and like different ranks or stripes or whatever can like get you different levels of access. It's something like you have the right badge or the right many stripes and wisdom and experience from past lives to be able to do this. Like it's like the spirit realm is kind of allowing you to do this. Like they're giving you this permission because you've earned it. It's like something that you really, really have earned. And they're also kind of showing me like to make sure that your room is a really protective space. Make sure that you're really, cleansing your room and keeping it clean. The cleaner the environment, it's like the more kind of just cleaner and lighter the energy is going to be. I mean, that saying cleanliness is next to godliness is really true. And it's just like clean energy all over, right? It's like because they're telling you about clean eating and then also having your room clean. So just clean energy inside and out, truly. Because like I said, you really are on this journey to embodying your higher self, and you're really, really close to achieving like just magnificent dreams for yourself. And so it's like your angels are saying, okay, like we got you. We will keep you on the path. You just have to do this, this, and this. And that's, respecting your energy. Putting boundaries with, yourself when you need them. And telling yourself, like, being, really responsible, like saying, like, okay, if I'm watching the news or too much TV, like, or too much screen time, being responsible and being like, okay, then I will set that boundary and I will do less, I think you guys are really going to be having your psychic gifts come on. I think this is the year where they like start to unfold and you start to become aware of them and like you start to acknowledge them. I also think this is you're going to be entering into a period where you attract the right people. You're going to be in a period where you attract all of the right friends and situations. Whereas before, maybe you didn't. Maybe you would get attracted to like drama or just like bad situations or tough situations that you didn't know how to handle. And now you're going to just like a much more peaceful life. So yeah, it's like literally like so just from just kind of tough energy to just like lighter and healthier. Just straight up lighter and healthier. Just felt like I wanted to add a couple more cards. What do you want them to know before we close up this session? Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, look what I see. The Four of Swords, like I said, you're coming into just so much more peaceful energy. Like you're finally going to be able to rest and like not worry or stress so much. Because yes, look, the Wheel of Fortune. You're getting it twice. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in. And like I said, you're going to be celebrating a lot more. And what used to hold you back literally is not anymore. It's like completely done. And you need to know this. You're attracting all of the right people who are going to cherish you. Because most importantly, you have learned to cherish yourself. Okay. All right, angels, anything else that you would like them to just acknowledge, be aware of? I think you're going to start getting a lot more opportunities. Yes, look, spontaneity and so much fire, like just out of nowhere. It's like you're just going to start soaring out of nowhere. You're just going to start getting all these opportunities and people asking you like, hey, can you do this? Like, and like, of course, keep your boundaries, but it's a lot of like, look at this, just like the heat is being turned up. Like you're about to just be really like living life. And there's just so much spontaneity, like so many things that are just going to bloop, like all of a sudden just be in your reality. This is so awesome. You really are coming into this fiery energy where it's like things aren't going to be mundane or boring. Things are about to be fast and exciting. And I love that they're kind of showing me like the feeling of feeling warm, after being cold so long. And it's just like you're just gonna feel so good and so loved and so inspired and so passionate about life. It's just all coming together. The things that needed to burn away have burned away. They have successfully burned away. And what's left is this beautiful roaring fire. One last message, angels, before we close up this session for beautiful pile number 1. Just because you guys did pick a rose, I want to pull a card from my rose deck for you. Let's see. I love this, the Scientist. So it's like, yes, it's like your soul just like through trial and error learns and grows. And it's like your soul loves to just like, it's like, how scientists always, they have a hypothesis, they theorize, they make all these conclusions and guesses. And it's like your soul is very much like that, like loves to learn, and loves to prove things, right? Like with hard evidence. And I also get the feeling it's like your soul just wants to do the impossible, just to be like, ha, I did it, like to everyone, society, or maybe someone certain, or just society in general. Like you are like a scientist, literally. Like your soul just loves to learn and then just prove it to people. It's almost like prove the magic. Like, you can't deny it, I'm right. I love that. I feel like I get the feeling like you are someone hard to argue with. Like you are gonna win an argument no matter what. I would not want to get in an argument with you. You will not leave it alone. Good things are coming. I think you really are right where you need to be. Just really focus on eating better and taking care of your body, and just everything is just, that's really only advice they have for you. Everything is about to speed up. Everything is about to get really exciting. So enjoy it. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if you like this reading or it resonated, then please like, subscribe, comment. I love you guys. Please support my little baby channel. Have an amazing day. If you picked pile number 2, you picked the daffodil, then this is your reading. So I'm going to close my eyes for a second and take that moment to connect to your angels and your spirit guides to see whatever messages that they have for you. I just want to say that I can definitely already guess this theme just because of what daffodils represent and stand for, which is rebirth and new beginnings. And I will say that it is the first flower to bloom after winter. So I think that that is really, really exciting. And it kind of represents you. I definitely feel after this winter is over, which it is, and now we're like literally into spring, you are literally coming into your power. So I already know this reading is going to be kind of something about that. I pre-shuffled the cards. I haven't looked at them. And then I have these 2 little messages. This one I'm going to share at the end for you, and this one I'll probably share once we get into it. And I have your little tarot cards, and we'll get into that after. So I'm just going to close my eyes and see what they kind of show me before we do get into the cards. The first thing they're saying is take time to enjoy life. There's a lot of brightness that's about to be in your life. I just see just the daffodil color, like that bright, sunny, yellowy energy just being just engulfed into your life. And you know what? They're actually directing me to show this card to you now. Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So you're about to achieve something big, and that's probably why you're about to feel so happy. And this achievement that you're about to have, the success, it's been waiting for you to get to this final door, this step, so that it could be given to you, so the right key could be given to you. And now that you're at this brand new beginning, it is time to finally receive this award. So there's this big achievement up ahead, and you're just about to soar from it. Okay. The void. Okay, we have the void. We have, I'll put it this way. Rise of true gentle power, true strength, divine and masculine. Nurture, self-healing, ruby ray, birthing the new earth. Oh, okay. Love that card. I don't know if anyone would love that card. I'm gonna put these a little more up. 6th chakra with Archangel Metatron, which is definitely an angel that works with you very closely. Archangel Metatron, if those of you who are not aware, Archangel Metatron is like the angel that works closest to God, to the Creator. And then we have cleansing. I'm going to put it here, actually. Now, let me make room for these cards. Maybe I'll put it over here. Yes, and then these over here. Okay, so let's see. We have He-Wraith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I am sorry, defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. While you have been really closing up some heavy, heavy doors. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're being led. Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So there's something kind of, they're saying that it's like, listen to the lessons your soul is going through to embrace this new beginning. I do feel like that this new beginning, this achievement, this blessing that's coming, this happy time in your life is literally after a time where you have done so much work on yourself, so much healing, and it has taken you so much strength and patience and hope and faith to get to where you are right now. So I feel like the angels are really telling me to really acknowledge you, and really, I see 555, acknowledge this big change that's going to happen to you, and also just really make you realize, give yourself a pat on the back and realize who the F you are, because seriously, you are so powerful, and you have done what others cannot. You have done what others refuse to do. There is such healing, such karmic relief, such huge triumph that you are about to experience. And it's after such hard lessons that have literally taken you to just like rock bottom, that have broken you down. And it's like you have needed this space for so long. And I think that you've needed this space of healing too for so long, and you're finally are in a position where you can do that. And because of that, now you are really moving forward. It's like all this healing phase is finally going to be over, and you're going to be able to really finally like have that ending you want and have that dream goal and really experience what happens after that beautiful healing and that great severing. It's like you're finally going to see what happens when you, I just heard take the course. You're finally going to see what happens when you just hold on and do what you need to do, and you're going to see how big and how far on top you're about to be. I want to just take it to here real quick. Now, I'm going to show these cards specifically. So we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. And I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. And then we have the great severing with Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. You have been through something that has literally been just earth-shattering, soul-shattering, like something that caused you great pain and then anger and conflict in your life, and it kind of like spread out to everything. It touched everything in your life and kind of brought it to just deep turmoil because you yourself were going through this turmoil, and it's almost like you were losing yourself for a bit. But then, of course, you're realizing through losing yourself, you actually found yourself, right? It's like reminding me of Alice in Wonderland when she goes through that dark hole. It's like she's falling and falling, but then where does she fall? In this magical world. And that's where they're taking you. It's like, yes, circumstances have been horrible. And just know that these certain people or person or situation you had to deal with, it is attached to a lesson from past lives that needed, patterns that needed to be worked out and healed. And so these tough lessons that you have been through in your life, it's literally connected to past lives, and you're healing it and you're working through it so that you can truly release it once and for all. And I will say, with these karmic relationships, not only does it free us, but it frees our ancestors. So you might also look at yourself as kind of like the black sheep, but just know like who you are and what you're doing for your family line and generations to come, and also this world. It takes a soul that is very powerful, and not only powerful, but willing to come here to incarnate and take on these lessons for the betterment of you and humanity. To balance the scales more towards light and love. You chose to do that. So you really need to realize how beautiful and powerful of a soul you are. You are bringing deep healing to your ancestors. And there could be something that you have prayed for like day and night, or just prayed for a dream that you've never let go of, and it's coming. Actually, I'm getting something better is in its replacement. But they had to sever you from who you were, from this ego, from this conflict of energy, from this tough energy. And it's like you're being placed somewhere else. These past experiences are not going to be your future experiences. They literally had to be worked out so that you could finally get to a point where you experience, blessings and abundance and whatever you want in life, right? So the angels really are saying like they're really, really sorry for how it had to be and how the lessons had to be created and how everything that you've been through. But they knew that there is no greater healer than you, and that you can handle it, and your higher self chose to put you through this so that you could heal and work through this, because Earth is Earth school, and that's what you came here to. And I just want to point something out, seriously. With this healer of the ages and then a messenger, Sirius energy bringing harmony into balance. Okay, I just want to say two things. One, you really have ascended masters and angels that are like, it's like working day and night, that they're helping bring this prosperity and justice into your life, and peace and tranquility. And I want to say that, like, I mean, look at this healer of the ages. That obviously, no, look, like, it obviously looks like Jesus. And then this messenger, like, it's very, once again, like, it gives me this, like, Jesus energy. And I just feel like, look, Jesus is literally an ascended master, right? His name is a name that everyone knows. Everyone knows his story. Even people who aren't in that religion, they know his story, right? And what he had to go through. And it's like he had to go through just literally hell, through literally nails going through his hands, being staked to a cross, like so much pain. So much pain. But then he ends up being literally a healer of the ages, a leader, a name that literally stands the test of time. Now, I'm not saying you're meant to go through that pain, right? That's sorrow, but it's an example of just like, it's like you have to be cracked open to let the real true gifts, the real true light to shine out. And it's like what you had to go through happened on purpose so that you could become enlightened and become the healer that you're meant to be and become the ascended version you're meant to experience. It's like this also really just reminds me of like your higher self. Your higher self is coming through and just saying like everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be extraordinary. It's just the path that you have taken is the least traveled path. And so there's thorns and there's bushes in the way and there's all these trees that are kind of crossing the path and making it not so clear because it hasn't been traveled, this path. This path hasn't been traveled a lot. So it's like it's not just a clear path. But they're saying like you are getting to a clearing. You are getting to a clearing like where it's just about to be nothing is in your way. Nothing's tough anymore. You don't have to watch out. You don't have to deal with these tough initiations. It's like your soul is coming into harmony. And once again, there's just so many angels. Archangel Michael, there's so many ascended masters. Jesus isn't the only ascended master. There's so many ascended masters that are helping you. And once again, you yourself could feel very connected to Jesus. And you don't have to be religious to have a connection to Jesus. Because what I'm telling you is religion has screwed everything up. Okay, I believe in Jesus and what he was teaching, but religion has screwed it up. Religion is literally to control the masses, but that's not what Jesus was teaching. Jesus was teaching eternal life through your heart. Ascending through your heart, and just like he was here to place a higher message, you really come from a realm, a place that's so high vibrational, and it's like you chose to leave that existence and come here to be an inspiration for others and to lead. And that's probably why for just so long you've dealt with this like not like feeling like either like you just never feel at home. Because with this longing for home, homesick for the stars, it's like you come from somewhere else where your home isn't Earth. Your home is from like far beyond, some beautiful magical realm, right? And so being here, it's like you can have homesickness. You can feel lost for so long and not know what's missing, but it's like that piece of home that's missing. But it's like you hold that frequency, and that's why you're here, because you hold a certain frequency that's of a piece of this home that you're from. And it's like we need that energy right now. We need that energy here on Earth, and you're helping assist with that. It's like what you're doing here is no small job, no small role. It's a big role. You really are healer of the ages. You're really here to ascend and put Earth into harmony and into balance with the rest of the galaxy. So it's like I don't know if you're familiar with the term light worker, but yeah, you're definitely a light worker. And you're definitely meant to go to certain places to awaken this light on earth, and for your frequency to go to different places so that it activates something there in the ley lines. Because there's something very ancient about your soul and very powerful that you just merely going on a trip, just going somewhere or wherever, activates something within the people there, the place there, and also vice versa within you. So literally just you are definitely meant to travel, and you are meant to literally just be you, and you're gonna be working on these certain ley lines, which are energetic lines that go across this earth, and your soul is meant to be led to these certain places to help others and to manifest the magic there. And you might be like, well, how do I do that? It's literally by you following your intuition and just being you and literally enjoying life. That's how it happens, because there's something very cleansing of your energy right now. It's like you're finally in a place where you yourself are cleansing. It's like a while back you needed the cleansing, and now you did that, and now you yourself, your energy is cleansing for this earth, and it's powerful for this earth. And I will say, continue to nurture yourself, continue to self-heal, because you are so close to something beautiful. And I mean, look at this door to value and man holding a coin. There's so much riches in your life. There's so much money and financial abundance that is coming. And this could be something that you used to struggle with, where you didn't have enough, and all of a sudden it's like, you're going to have a boatload. Travel. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. I feel like that's something that you're going to show people. It's like you're going to show people what happens when you travel within, when you do that work and you go within and you go on that journey. It's like you're meant to show people how magical reality can be when you do that and you go through that. In the play, it's like I'm getting that Dr. Seuss book, the places you'll go. I think that's the title. It's really giving me that energy. It's like, the places you'll go, and you're meant to like inspire people. It's also like you're meant to show people like, hey, have that childlike energy. Like, don't ever give up on that, because that is like what unlocks different realities when you're in that childlike state, because that childlike state is like that believe in anything, that magic is possible, like if you just believe, that type of energy. And it's like, it's also just like very important when you're teaching. Like, you're literally meant to be a teacher. You're literally meant to be a powerful leader. You're meant to be in the spotlight. So get used to that. Get used to using your voice. Look at yourself in the mirror. Speak words of affirmations to build this confidence, because you are meant to be in the spotlight. You are meant to use your hands. You're meant to use your voice. You're meant to use your knowledge. Oh, I love that. What did I say earlier? Justice is coming, and you're bringing this justice in. Okay, let's see. Let's put it all together. Okay. I'm going to just lay it across these cards. And I actually felt like that one was in reverse. Upright. Okay, I feel like this one is going to be in reverse. Upright. Let's see. Okay, really quick before I get into the cards, I'm hearing an honest offer, and I'm getting the energy like you've been so patient for your spot, for your time. You've been so patient for like your turn, in a sense. And I'm telling you, that turn is about to be here. I see you working with someone else. You could be collaborating with someone else, or just like bouncing ideas off someone else. Because maybe it's like you finally found the right partner to do something with. or maybe not. It's just like you have this new friend coming in that's gonna help you and give you good ideas, or just help believe in yourself. There's also this message like you can't do anything. You don't have to pick one thing. Like you don't have to just do, like, for example, this is literally just for an example. This doesn't mean this is what you're dealing with, but just an example. Like, say you're really, really spiritual and you wanna, use your psychic gifts, but you also really wanna do real estate and be someone who's like really like a business woman or a business person, and you want to have that spiritual aspect and that business aspect. There's something about combining two worlds that you're meant to do both. You're meant to have both. And I love it. Like with his hands right here, it's like he has both, like his hands, like it's like, why not both? You can have it all. And maybe society or certain people or yourself, right, has tricked you into thinking, no, you're asking for too much, or you can't think that highly of yourself. Like, that's not how manifestations work, like blah, blah, blah. No. Spirit wants you to know that you can have it all. And that's not being selfish. And that's not being, what's the word? Like, ungrateful. Like, no. You, who you are and what you've done in past lives and what you're going to do in this life, deserves all the rewards, all the abundance, all the riches that there is to come. So let it come, and do not let others make you feel bad. Don't let yourself make you feel bad, because the world is meant to offer itself to you, because you are so vital and important to the healing of this realm. I mean, look at this. We have the High Priestess. You are intuitive, you are psychic, you are meant to be a healer, you are clairvoyant, clairsentient, empathic. I mean, the list goes on in what you can do. And they're just wanting you to use your knowledge. Use your knowledge to bring about good change. And you will. You're meant to. There's something beautiful that's about to be restored within you. And it's taking you really, really quickly to this new opportunity. And I do think that this new opportunity has something to do with his finances or money, because change is happening quickly in your life. And I just want you to know it's going down quick. Like, it's about to go down. And you could do tarot, or maybe you do it on YouTube, or maybe you do it just for yourself. They're kind of mentioning how, like, tarot, like, runs in your family. Or you might not be aware of that, but you have an ancestor that did do tarot. And this could be an ancestor that is, like, this was hundreds of years ago. Like, it could have been far, far, far away. But still, like, it's something that does run in your line. And they're also kind of mentioning tarot in Italy. And I'm pretty sure tarot is from Italy. I think that's where they discovered that the earliest origins of tarot are from Italy. I also feel like you are such a mystical person that you're going to do a lot of travel to these sacred sites, to these mystical places where there is so much history, because you're really meant to go there. And I do feel like you had a past life in Italy or something. I feel like that's really important to you. And I feel like you're going to at some point go there. And, once again, like I said, you're meant to travel to places to activate certain things within that place. It's going to do something like that for you, and vice versa for the area. Yeah, they're really, I don't know, they're just mentioning like Italy and traveling there, and it's just going to be like really activating for you and really important for you. And I don't know if you have like your family has history in Italy, or if you have any Italian or something within you, but they're really mentioning Italy and like how you really have strong connection to it and strong cords to it. I really do feel like you had a past life there. So that's really interesting. before I close this reading, I'm going to ask some angels, what else would you like them to know about their soul's purpose? I literally heard you are meant to set freedom. It's like one of the gifts that your soul is going to give to this world is giving it freedom and showing the way. It's like showing the way to the door to freedom. I love it. And like seeing the door over here, it's like you are meant to show the way. You are meant to lead the way through the darkness so that others can survive, so that others can descend and glow and heal and transcend and be happy. You're going to inspire more people in your lifetime than you truly think. Truly. You are going to give messages that inspire people to follow their dreams. You're going to give messages that literally inspire revolts, and in a good way, with what we need. You are going to give guidance that heals people wholly and completely. Like, this is your energy, and I really want you to take this in. This is your energy. It's this beautiful cosmic being that has come down to earth to assist humanity and help heal. It's like all the world's sunsets are within you. That's how beautiful you are. And you need to realize how rare your soul's frequency and vibration is. You are so needed. There is no one like you. And you may be like, oh, well, there's others that do this and that. No. There is no one that will do it the way you do it. Period. You are needed. All right. Pile 2, I hope that really helps you. And really quick, before I close this reading, you know how I told you that the daffodil is the first flower to bloom after winter? It really, like, once again, like, you are the leader. You're the one that's supposed to go through it first. So of course you had to go through the lessons and the tough times first to learn to heal yourself first before you could heal others. You had to go through the journey alone to show others how to go through this journey. And like daffodil being the first flower to bloom after winter, it's the one that brings in spring. It's the one that leads in springs. It's like you are the first one. You are the leader. You're just meant to straight up, that's who you are, and that's who you've been in past lives. And now it's no more hiding. It's time to really use your voice and the strength and the power that you hold, because your word, your humanity, who you are, carries weight. It carries weight in the spirit realm. You need to know that. You need to know how badass and multifaceted you truly are. You are otherworldly. You are badass. Seriously. All right. Hello, pile 3. So you picked this beautiful flower, the dahlia, specifically the burgundy dahlia. And just a little fun fact, that dahlia was really, really sacred to the Aztecs because it was a very powerful healing plant. So they use it for the medicinal properties. And it stands for inner strength. And that flower a lot of times is given to people when they're going through tough times because it symbolizes, support and standing out from the crowd and following your own path. So I feel like just all around this flower really represents an individual who is very strong-willed and just very powerful on their own and can just really make things happen at the snap of a finger. Like, I don't know, like, I'm almost feeling like humble badass, like you're not aware of how cool you are, it's always like the cool ones are always the ones that don't even try, and they just are, right? So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to close my eyes and start to kind of feel out the energies, and then we're going to get into the oracle cards and then your tarot cards. And then over here I have a little special message that they wanted to add, especially this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna close my eyes. And if you hear my dog snoring, they are with me in the room right now. So you know what? They're actually really guiding me to pick a little postcard from heaven message for you. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay. All right. Oh, I love it. This one has a butterfly on it. Okay, so this is a postcard that flew out for you. Oh, and it says you are so magical, really faintly. Okay. So in case you want to read it yourself, I'll put it right here. It says, "Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest and the ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life, go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hopes set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much." So I already know that I'm sure that gives you some relief there. They're already saying, like, whatever you're worried about, just enjoy the ride because you're going to be there soon enough. So let's actually start with the tarot cards. I'm going to put them, I think I'm going to put them down here. I'm going to reorganize them. Oh, God, it's so stuck to each other. Okay, so I'm really feeling like the Tower card first. And then, yes, okay. So I'm so sorry I get so nitpicky about how they look on camera. Okay, so and then also I am gonna pull, I might not show all of them, but I'm gonna pull some of them, and I haven't seen any of these, by the way. And then I'm gonna pull these other circular ones. I love that. Okay. I might just put these to the side because we are going to get into those later in a second. Oh, well, I guess they wanted us to see this. Okay, and then I'll get into these soon. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of read the energies a little bit because I haven't seen these cards yet. Let's see. So, you know, you've obviously gone through something really tough, obviously, or this, tower card wouldn't be here. That's about, things literally completely changing, right? Like feeling like maybe even the earth is crumbling under your feet, like your foundation of what you knew, of what, made you feel secure. It's like being just completely revamped. Like that's what I'm literally just keep picking up on, is like this. Yeah, and also I will say that while I just notice like so many circles too, and I feel like in your reading there's just like this, like they're really mentioning cycles, and they're really mentioning like the importance of cycles. um you know your angels are kind of saying how they really had to shake you up for some reason to kind of help you realize certain things in life. um I think maybe you had some people in your life that wasn't very trustworthy, or maybe you grew up in an environment where you couldn't trust your family or parents. But there's something along with like trust issues, and I think it's starting from when you were young, but then it being triggered again, I think maybe in the last couple months. Um, and of course was triggered also that this could be kind of acknowledged and be released for you to heal, because I am picking up something from you when you were young, and I feel like from whatever happened when you were young, you've developed like a lot of self-criticism. So I don't know if you came from strict parents, or if you had harsh parents, or whatever it was. It might have not have been that, but something happened in your childhood that made you kind of build that inner voice of just being really, really critical. And you guys could have even grown up, whether you could have been poor or just like there was some type of instability. It doesn't have to be necessarily with finances, but there was some type of instability where you kind of really had to grow up fast and depend on yourself. And also, I feel like that's why you have such a good imagination, because it was kind of just you, and like to have fun as a kid, you had to have that imagination. It's kind of all you had. Maybe you were poor and didn't really have many friends or toys or something like that. But there's just this inner, and once again, it doesn't have to be with finances, but there's this energy of something lacking in your early childhood. And I'm just feeling really like, instead of having like a lot of friends, like you had like a lot of spirit friends, whether you were aware of it or not. Like you had a lot of friends in the spirit realm that like just protected you and were around a lot, whether you were aware of or not. You're just like a really special kid, and I know you're not a kid anymore, but I'm tapping into you as a kid, and you're really unique and you're really special. Oh, that's so cute. I just heard God's gift. I love that. Um, yeah, and once again, I'm feeling the not believing in yourself part come up a lot. And that could be, yeah, like from your childhood, like maybe you were put down a lot, or you experienced bullying or something like that. Like maybe people made fun of you, or and it just helped nurture that inner self-criticism. But you're such a sweet person. You really, really, really are. I feel like you really have your head on straight. You're a really, really grounded, just healthy, mentally healthy individual. And it's like you do have a lot of self-criticism, but your angels are definitely putting you through things right now to kind of show you like where the fault lines run. Um, and whatever you're going through with this dance, I'm feeling one, it's really, at the beginning of the reading with the angel postcard, we kind of read how they're basically saying, go with the flow, go with the rhythm of life. And this dance card's really reminding of them wanting you to just go with the rhythm of life and trust that you're going to be led where you need to. And also what I'm really like focusing in on is how these have like, they looks like cracks, and these also look like cracks. And I'm almost feeling like, your angels really wanted to show you the cracks in life and the cracks in the universe, so it's like you could build something more solid and sturdy and not have just a house of cards, right? You need something dependable and sturdy. And it's almost reminding me of like your childhood. Maybe you felt like it wasn't sturdy, or there were a lot of cracks. Now I'm getting another message too. Like you have planned to, you've grown a lot these past couple years, and you have really big ideas, and you're meant for big things, right? And you have one magnificent idea specifically that's, it's so interesting. The message I'm getting is, even if you haven't put in a lot of work into it, this thing you're gonna do or meant to do, it's growing faster than you think. And it's almost like they're giving me the energy of like, either you haven't started or you haven't really tried that hard, it's just maybe been an idea. But this, it's almost like this idea you have, it's almost like already solidified, like it's already gonna happen. And it's just like, it's such an interesting energy I'm getting. It's like, it's an idea you have that is already meant to take off. And just look at this, like, forget the word, but just look at this, like, look at it as a root spreading and growing. And like, I just feel like this idea is already intertwined into things you have no idea, into realities and soon to be experiences that you have no idea. It's gonna affect so many things, it's gonna touch so many things, it's gonna I just heard multiply so many things. Like, it's already connected to so much of you, and it's like you barely have even begun. But it's just like, and it's almost reminds me of like, this is something that is gonna be like an empire. Like, this is something that's gonna, I don't know, it's almost like I want to say like gone forever, or like long lasting. Like, there's some beautiful gift you're going to give to the world that's going to be just like, we're all going to be able to appreciate it. We're all going to be able to benefit from it. This is really interesting energy. And you know what? I don't know if you're what the energy I'm getting is, you might one day, or one of your wants, maybe you wanting to, and I'm not really talking about this, I mean it could be, but I'm getting like a separate message, so take it how it resonates. But I'm feeling like some of you want to help like maybe starving kids in Africa, or you want to, take and find a way to take resources to places where there isn't, or there, the people are doing bad or starving, or it's like you're wanting to make darker places in the world like better. Like, you're wanting to like put money into these places and make it better. So that's one thing I'm really seeing is I see you in the long run one day becoming a very wealthy person. And whether this is a dream that you're aware of, I'm telling you now, this is going to be something you do. You're going to end up being a very wealthy person, one of the many things you do. And you're going to end up going to certain villages or countries and giving them resources and helping build, just a better life for them. So I just love that. I think that's really, really interesting. Oh, I love that. And I love it too with the Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Like, I feel like you're gonna really help make villages better, and just help the social system and the community better. So that's interesting. Okay. Wait, really quick. I actually wanna... No, I have one more message to say before I get into this. With this desert too, I feel like it's like you've been reaching out for help. You've been wanting help. You've been just fucking wanting. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have cussed on YouTube. You've been wanting someone to like ease the pain or ease the burden or ease the challenge and just like help out. And I just hear like help is on the way. Help is on the way. Someone's about to grab you and like, I just heard like save you, but someone's about to grab you and really, really help you. And I just want you to know that, you know, this thing that you're going through, it's huge, okay? It's life-changing, right? It's literally forcing you to become a better version of you. And I just want you to know that you do complete it, you do heal it, you do close this chapter and move on. And the thing is, you're like, well, what's the reason for this chapter? You've learned so much. You've healed so much. You've gained so much wisdom. And I'm hearing that you've learned how to manage your own energy and how to keep the peace and keep zen with yourself, even when outside energies are a little much. And what I'm starting to get is, you know, some of the most powerful healers and powerful masters are huge self-critics. But it's time for you to believe in yourself. I'm wanting to show these cards now. So we got Labyrinth, transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. Dragonfly, you bring light to this world. This is beautiful. I mean, this just shows like what you're going through is literally an initiation to bring you into a higher version of you. You're literally unlocking a higher reality for yourself. And yes, it's like it has brought challenge, but it has only brought challenge so you could learn to get through those challenges and make it to the other side and learn to ride the wave peacefully, because it will always bring you to the right shore if you just go with the flow. And the thing is I feel like you are someone who's really gifted, but you don't realize how gifted you are, because it's like you just have this really humble energy. And of course it probably comes to the fact that like you have a really hard time believing in yourself, but you need to know that you have a lot going for you, okay? And it doesn't matter about finances or any of that. Like, you are someone that is so special. You bring light to this world. You bring light in places where others can't. And also it's reminding me of this, you know, the medallion. It's like in such a dark place, you bring this light. Like, you are that special medallion. And also it's like this medallion's made out of gold, and it's just almost like you need to know that you are the gift. You are the gold. You are the gold. You need to know that. And I also pulled this card, which I wanted to show you, and it's basically like pictures of energy and orbs, and it's about like angels and stuff. And I just wanted to show you like some spirits and angels that are with you right now. And also 11 or 1111 could be special significance, but Archangel Metatron and Jophiel and the Angel of Love are with you, and I think that's just something you really need to know. And Archangel Metatron is, you know, really close to God. Like, he's the angel that works with God. And so I just feel like there's something you need to know, that you are not in this fight alone. Because like you see her, like she's alone, and it's like, yeah, she's ready and willing to go out this fight alone, but it's like you don't have to. You can call in your angels for help, and also you can call in your angels to help you, you know, manifest things for yourself. Okay, I'm feeling really called to pulling one of these. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and just really feel when it feels right. Okay, Moon, yes. I'm telling you, before this, I felt like because I kept seeing circles and just like, you know, how they mean like cycles. And then I literally was thinking about the moon, like you're really like this is the theme that's going on in your life that you need to be aware of, and be aware of the cycles that you're going through, because you really are transitioning into cycles, and like you're really connected to the moon itself. And also like when these planetary placements happen, you know, when you hear like, oh, an eclipse is happening, oh, or like the new moon, all that stuff, like things like that, like things with the moon changing in its different phases, like you might, if you're a girl, even have a cycle that syncs up with the moon, but you're really connected to the cycles. So the moon is really special to you. Angels, what else about the moon that we can tell them? That's interesting. I heard it's really, really important to get to know the moon. Okay, let's pull another one. No, I feel like there's something else to say about the moon. What do you want them to know about the moon? They're kind of saying how a moon is a guide to how we should be. And you know how a moon goes through its cycles, and sometimes it's big, sometimes it's a full moon. So it's like all that full energy. And you know, that full moon can really represent, you know, a completion or a new beginning or something like that. And they're just showing me how you need to respect your phases. Like maybe sometimes we feel like we need to go in hermit mode and we don't have a lot of energy to expel, and we just need to rest and rejuvenate. And then sometimes we feel like we want to go out and have fun, and we have all this energy to do things and be creative. And they're just saying like, you know, don't beat yourself up if one day you feel like amazing and you want to go, and the next you're just like, oh, I just need to rest. Like it's all good, because you're someone who is very psychically sensitive, and you need to know that you need to honor your cycles, right? I'm just going to pull one more so I have my eyes closed. I love it. Rose without thorns. It's like finally you're going to be able to start experiencing, because it's like this, there's this very significant threshold that you're approaching, that you're going to pass, and finally getting through that, it's like you're going to be able to experience rose without thorns. Like you're going to be able to experience the good stuff and the blessings without having to, you know, get hurt in the end or feel like, you know, the other shoe is going to drop. Like you don't have to feel like that. You're going to get miracles and blessings and gifts without, you know, any like baggage or something tied to it. It's just pure good karma coming your way. Oh, I can't pick this up. Okay. I love it. I love it. Destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So it's like, yes, whatever you have been going through, it's really been testing you to just trust and go with the flow, because they are saying whatever you're going through is taking you to this special golden gift that's about to be placed in your hand. And it's like you're about to be at destiny's door, and I just love it. Like you see like this hand and that hand, it's like just you reaching up, and like finally from you going to the desert to you getting this gift, this gold medallion placed in your presence. It's like you're approaching something huge in your destiny, something huge in your path. And I feel like you're about to see how psychically gifted you are and how admired you are by the world. You could have recently gone through like a relationship breakup, and I'm almost not feeling like romantic. I'm feeling like a friendship. Like maybe you took someone negative out of your life, or maybe there's some just negativity in general that you've decided to take out of your life. And I am feeling it's like as we take this negative thing out or person out, it's like we're making room for something really, really beautiful. We're making room for, that's interesting, we're making room for an old memory of yours to pop up. And by old memory, I'm feeling more like a past life. Yeah, because I kind of feel like you had a wake-up call and had to take someone out of your life. Yeah. Like you had to realize this person was no good. Maybe they were jealous or talked a lot of shit or talked behind your back or just didn't believe in you. And maybe they like kind of try to manipulate you or try to make you feel bad or try to pretend like they're there for you, but no, no, no. It's something like your ancestors would not let this just go by. Like your ancestors were adamant about you finding out the truth and taking this person out of your life, because I'm just getting just like, ugh, like not good energy, like whatever it was. I don't know if it was a person or just things. Like your ancestors have been very, very clear about what or who you need to take out of your life, because they send, not only through your intuition, but they send you signs and messages and synchronicities. And that's so funny. They showed me a bird, and then I heard squonk. I don't even know. It's like they squonk at you through birds. I don't even know. That's interesting. They're very loud and proud. They're very loud about what they want for you, which is the best, because you are the best. And you know what they're wanting me to remind you of is, sometimes, like a moth to a light, a beautiful light attracts moths, and that's true. And you just need to realize your worth, because if you don't, the universe will continue to slap you until you do. Okay, so we have Earth, Surrender, Mount Shasta, Realm Bridger. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of put them over this. Yeah, I definitely feel you traveling or moving. You're going to go somewhere soon that's going to be really powerful activation for you and really powerful. Like, I don't know, I just heard like something like wake your ancient self. So you're going to go on a trip or somewhere that your soul has been really wanting to go on, and it's going to activate this higher knowledge within you. It's like there's cosmic beings that are putting things in place so that you can have this trip and connect to Mother Earth more, and to be in the flow more, like almost like this trip or whatever, wherever this destination they're going to take you to, it's going to help put you in the flow better. And yes, look again with the circles. It's like cycles, like, but they're also showing me how like these cycles are moving fast, like they're moving faster, you're getting through them faster. And you're going to start to have interesting experiences. I mean, with this realm bridger, like I already feel that, you guys are psychic. But with this realm bridger, like, I think you've kind of passed a certain level now to where your gifts are really going to start to awaken. And do not, be freaked out, because there is this feeling like you're going to see things, whether it's in the sky or little orbs or little lights. But I don't know if you guys are interested in the paranormal, but it's like I see you guys capturing like orbs. Oh, and that's so interesting. Look at this. It almost looks like she's holding an orb. Maybe you guys even try to talk to the fairies. That's interesting. I'm getting like, what's his name from Little Mermaid? The dad. I'm getting his energy. King Leonidas. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. What's that about? I must feel like, okay, this is gonna be really weird. But almost guys feel like you guys, like, I know I might lose some people on this one, but like you guys had a past life as a mermaid. And in the Little Mermaid, when you see like the castle and like King Leonidas, like I'm getting like it's pretty accurate to this life that you had at one point. It's pretty accurate depiction. And I'm feeling like this King Leonidas energy, there's almost like he's like a guide for you now. I'm obviously not saying like the King Leonidas from The Little Mermaid, but it's like an energy like that. It's like this masculine mermaid energy, like protector of the waters, helping you right now. So I feel like you guys might be gravitating a lot towards water, or they're telling you like, hey, it's time to use water more to help, heal and help cleanse. Okay, so definitely energy cleansing baths, 1 to 2 cups of sea salt, not Epsom salt. It will help awaken your gifts more and help cleanse the energies to help heal you and help heal also, self-criticism is attached to our yellow chakra. So that is the solar plexus. And being in these energy cleansing baths or waters, it helps cleanse our chakras, and helps believe in us. Because, the angels are they're preparing you for a role to be in the spotlight, And I feel like, I don't know if you guys are a nervous speaker or something like that, but it's like you're going to work through all of that, and I'm seeing they're really working on helping you heal your throat chakra, and they're really just telling me that they're going to help you learn to become a very confident speaker, because you're meant to speak with crowds, or just something about being in front of a lot of people at the same time. Okay. And I'm asking them, what else would you like them to know? And they're just saying, all is well, all is well. And also, I feel like you guys have really ancient roots. Once again, the dahlia flower is really attached to the Aztecs. And with this earth, I'm just feeling like you guys have had a lot of earthly incarnations, and y'all are really, really, have sacred roots to this land, to this earth. You have just so many lifetimes here, so many connections, and working with sacred herbs and healing plants. So that might be something that you guys actually get into, is learning about the powers and the healing powers, and maybe even psychedelic powers of plants that are given to us by earth and the spirit realm. I feel like you guys are definitely maybe at one point going to do something like either ayahuasca or like peyote, or like maybe just mushrooms or something like that. But like you guys are gonna have, I think more like peyote or ayahuasca, like y'all are gonna do something like that to further your spiritual development. And I feel like your angels are leading you to have that and have that experience too, like wanting you to be able to connect with the spirit realm. And yeah, I just feel like you guys are going to do that at some point, and it's really going to help you in getting through this whatever blockage or pain that you're holding on to, and they're just going to help you release it. I think a lot of things for a while have been very unbalanced in your life or unsteady. And now there's so many spirits that are around you helping bring stability to your life and peace and freedom above anything else. Because you are a very powerful soul that craves freedom, right? But I feel like you've been in hermit mode for a while, because it's almost like, I don't know if you've been scared of the world, if you have anxiety, or just have not been wanting to deal with certain people, or maybe the energies get too much. But now I see you kind of feeling so much better about life and coming out on top, and wanting to surrender, and wanting to be out and about and being okay with being out. So yeah, I feel like you guys are going to have some type of experience with a plant medicine, and you're going to have a very spiritual experience, and it's really going to help further enlighten you and help take you to the next, level, because you're really on this deep healing journey, like very, very deep healing. And it's like, I feel like you guys have been on the journey of deep healing for quite a while. Like the level you are at is like a master level. You know, it's no beginner stage. You are very far and deep in this healing, and it's soon going to be completed. And I just feel like this is maybe the next step. You end up doing some type of trip to go. You end up going on a trip to do a trip. But yeah, and it's really going to help you connect to your ancient earth and ancient self and your ancestors. And I just see like your ancestors coming through and being there with you during that moment. And it's going to be really, really powerful and amazing. It's really going to help set you free, really going to help you just fly and be free. Because you are a beautiful, beautiful, very unique, very powerful, intense energy. I just feel like, you know, you're no beginner energy. You're a very, you know, a deep, deep soul with a lot of force and just a lot of, you know, a force to be reckoned with, really. A force to be reckoned with. And I just feel like you're soon going to be at the perfect stage for manifesting miracles, because I just think you've been in the cycle for healing so long, and now you're about to be in the cycle of finally enjoying, you know, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So congratulations, and I hope you resonated with this reading. If you did, please give me a little likey or a comment. Love you guys. Okay, so hello pile 4. This is your reading if you picked that last beautiful flower. So gorgeous, that orange, so pretty. Okay, so I have to be honest with you guys, no offense to other piles, but like are the most intriguing and the most interesting, because I have to tell my experience with tapping into your energy. I just want to say, excuse me if you hear my neighbor, my window's open. I like having a fresh breeze as I do this. But okay, so I really felt this connection to Egypt and like Greece and just, you know, Greek mythology and all, just like that Greek history. So I felt those energies so strongly. And I've never, ever in a reading felt so pulled to open up this book that I just had sitting on my shelf. And as I was pulling, you know, cards for you, I just felt so hard to just randomly like feel randomly like with my fingers, and then just open up a book randomly on a page and just read about it. And I just have to tell you the most interesting thing that I found, and I'm just like, wow. I just love it because, like I said, I feel this huge connection within your soul of Egypt and Greece and just like the Greeks and all of that. And I literally was so, like, I immediately went to this name and this page. And obviously I'm not going to read it all, but hopefully if you want to read it all, you can pause it and read it. But anyways, I'm just going to read a little bit. So Serapis, origin, Alexandria. When the Macedonian Greeks conquered Egypt, they were faced with a tremendous spiritual divide between themselves and the Egyptians as they ruled. In attempts to bridge this chasm, I don't know the hell how to say that. The first pharaoh instituted the cult of Serapis, an attempt to merge Greek and Egyptian religious traditions. So, of course, you can read more about it, and I really, really encourage you to. But you are literally like this. I just feel like confirmed this connection that you have of like having a connection to both of those places. And even like possibly this being, Serapis, you can look him up. So I'm going to close that up. And he really, Serapis, the being Serapis, really, the god Serapis, really represents unifying the Greeks and the Egypts. And I just feel like, I don't know, that almost represents like your character and what spirit guides are trying to convey to me of to who, you know, your ancient past self is. And before that, I was really getting the feeling like your soul has been, oh my god, and I'm Gosh, literally can't breathe out of nowhere. Sorry, joking. I feel like you're... where was I? I feel like that distracted me so much. Let me get another sip of water. So yeah, so I feel like you've been incarnated in really, really special times in history where really huge religious events have happened, or really important, like you have just, feels like your soul has been in really huge turning points in history and really vital points in history. And I feel like, yeah, your soul for a while has had to do something with like being a leader, being something with religion, like something with maybe even being like a high priest or high priestess, but something like that, like being some type of leader in that sense. But also it's so hard to describe this energy because it's like I'm getting that, but I'm also getting that just in religious events in general that have taken place in history, you have been there and have been not necessarily the religious face, right? But like maybe like the church, you haven't been really with the church, but you've been with another group, you know, to enlighten people, but was, you know, probably shunned by the church, probably cast away by the church, persecuted by the church. And so just, yeah, like it's so hard to explain, but something with you having to work against the church in a way. Because for those of you that don't know, obviously the church has been a way for so many years to enslave a lot of people, and obviously in past history the church, in the name of the church, not, you know, really bad things have happened is what I'm trying to say, in the name of the church, right? And I just feel like you being and working behind the scenes as, you know, a very powerful light worker and a very powerful person trying to just do good and fix things and help people and show people and enlighten people, and almost just like in a secretive way, because you had to. So these are, you know, very, very past energies that I'm picking up on. And so, yeah, you know, you're definitely someone who is meant to go down the path that not many people do. I definitely feel that you're going to be some type of spiritual leader, or just some type of leader, and some type of like someone who breaks barriers and reconstructs them the right way. So yeah, you just hate liars. You hate just, I mean, obviously everyone effing hates liars, but it's just like your soul, like you stand for good. You always have, and you've always fought for the good. And I don't know, for some reason I really want to look at this. I love that. Like an eagle, it's your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fall. You know that energy I'm getting is almost like, you know, they're really describing your past efforts and the things you've done in these past lives. And I feel like it's really fight for the good and do good. And even though being persecuted, right, and maybe being hunted down like a freaking witch hunt or something, like you really have had, you know, you've gone through some tough stuff in past lives because standing up for the light and standing up for good. And it's almost like they're just wanting to repay you in this life. Like this is supposed to be the life where you get to chill out and embrace life and have fun after like doing so much work in these past lives of helping so many people. And like, you know what vibe they're kind of giving me? Like Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad type of vibe, whether your soul had an experience there or not, but like I feel like that's the type of soul that you are, and that's what you've done for a lot of people, is like help them run away from persecution or enslavement or death or torture, just all of these things. Like you have helped so many innocent people in like so many of your lives, and they're just, it's almost like there's just this deep gratitude. Like, holy shit, oh my God, this is a powerful message. Like, I'm not even lying to you. Like, this is really blowing me away. I just feel it's like feeling the gratitude of 1,000 souls behind me, trying to channel this message for you, because it's like you've helped so many like souls. Like, you just don't get it. You don't get how many lives you've saved. Like, you literally have been a lifesaver and are still a lifesaver just by the words you speak. You know, your energy goes really far. Your energy imprint goes really far with people, you know, and your impact goes really far with people, and you don't even get it. And I'm wanting to tear up because it's like you have such a humble energy of you just knowing you got to do and got to work and got to help people, and just saying, you know what, like, F it, who cares, the work, we got to help, you know, there's people out there, we got to help. Like, you truly are a light worker. You truly are. I just heard medicine, man. I just feel like your energy is all around just healing, you know? You're a really beautiful being. You're like sunshine. You bring sunshine to dark times. And that's what I feel like, you know, your past lives, like, I kind of feel like you definitely probably have had past lives in dark ages, and, you know, of having to secretly work your light, you know, during those dark times. So that's, you know, that's really speaks highly of who you are. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water. I just heard light the way. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the cards. So I pre-shuffled all of these, but I haven't read any of them, so we're gonna read them now. Trust. You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. Okay, so that's beautiful. And then also, I want to show you these little ones. Okay, so let's start with this. Divine intervention. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow, yet this is a blessing. It is a divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. And look, this is so perfect. Right after we got achievement, take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved today. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. I feel like you are someone who really actually needs to take a moment and like really give yourself a hug and a pat and a bat. I can't even talk. A pat on your back, because like you need to realize how far you've come, how much you've changed. You have grown so much. Seriously, you need to be so proud of yourself, because I feel like you're definitely someone who's, you know, very, you know, harsh on yourself, and so you expect so highly of yourself, and I can understand, like, I can definitely understand, like, especially, you know, tapping into your past lives. This goes very far back, you know, you really put, I just feel like you're just used to doing most than people, you know. I feel like you're used to stepping up more than the average person. Like, that's just your soul. You're a leader, and you're a helper. And that's going to be paid back. I promise you. You have so much good karma coming your way. And they're just saying, like, look, the wait, I swear to God, the wait is going to be worth it. The wait is for a reason. The wait is in your benefit. There is a reason things have been stalled or things have been weaved this way. It's going to come at the perfect time. And I know it's going to come soon. And you do achieve what you need to achieve. It happens. It's just... the timing is a timing for a reason, and it's in your highest good. Okay. So let's pick some of these. So obviously, like I said, I was really feeling like ancient Egypt with your energy. So I picked some Isis cards from my Isis deck. And we got Wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self, initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Wow, I love it. Dang, okay, I feel like you have no idea. Like, you don't even have the awareness of what a special moment you are in your journey. Something huge is about to be revealed to you, something big, a big grand gift. Beautiful blessings are coming that are spectacular, that are going to take you by storm and sweep you off your feet. Like, I feel this energy so strong. I don't doubt it at all. Something amazing is happening. Something amazing is happening within. And it's all because you have literally gone through the rabbit hole and have gone through this journey of healing and learning to go and literally fall in love with yourself in the world and be in the flow. And you are accessing your higher self. You're about to truly enter into this heaven on earth reality for yourself. You're uniting with the angelic self. That is your highest self. This is powerful. Like, you know, when we talk about, you know, spiritual journey and, you know, on your spiritual journey, you need to realize, like, you are very ahead. You are very ahead of the curve, ahead of the game. Like, you're not at the beginning, you know, you're not a newbie. You are not at the beginning. You are, you know, very, very advanced, very, very advanced. Okay. And you've signed up for a lot in this life, but I'm telling you, you're about to get to the blessings that you've signed up for, you know? You've been through so many hardships and so many lessons, and they're saying that you have taken them in stride. You have taken them gracefully and willingly, you know? They admire the way because they know that Earth isn't easy. Earth school is not easy, and you make it look wonderful, okay? You're truly just a graceful soul. Whether youth look at yourself as that, they really see you as just a master, as graceful, as a really beautiful soul that kind of knows it all. And you're really just I just heard like go-to healer. Like, you have a lot of knowledge, and I just feel like who you were in past life is probably you were a healer, and people would go to you for knowledge and advice and healing because you were this wise sage. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Sorry about that. With this earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles, I really feel like that's exactly right. You have moved obstacles. You have moved tremendous obstacles. I'm hearing you have moved all the obstacles, and it literally needed a perspective shift. And it's like this big, beautiful energy is coming, and you are about to totally be in that energy of fearlessness. You are about to be so confident and so just like that like fire energy of action, and you're about to experience earth magic. You really are. Like, so much good karma is going to be put into your life soon, truly. And with the scientist, I'm really feeling it's like you are someone who, it's like you test things out and you learn for yourself. You learn from experience. You are like such an advanced soul. Like, before you come into this earth, you are very much a scientist. It's almost like you come with this theory and this hypothesis of like, okay, if I sign up for this, then I'll grow in this way and I'll advance easier, or I'll be able to do this and fix this and set this scale more balanced. Like, you truly, I just heard, know how to fix the problem. You know how to find the solution. You know how to find the answer. You're so smart. You're so intellectual. And I feel like because you haven't been told a lot of how intellectual and witty and smart you are, you don't believe it, but you need to realize that you really are. The way your mind works is really intricate, because you're really advanced in a way of being really creative, but also so like, your brain works really fast. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, my brain doesn't work really fast, but you're just really advanced and you're really smart. You might even know multiple languages, or maybe it's easier for you to pick up on languages more. And this literally might apply to literally like one of you. You might have had a stutter at some point, but now don't. But obviously, if that doesn't resonate, then that part wasn't for you. Yeah, I'm just getting this message like your results are going to clearly show soon. They really are. And also, like, you know, a scientist is it's just like a pro. Like, I'm just seeing like you're like a pro at this. You're not, you know, a student. Like, you are the teacher. You're the scientist. You're the one running the experiment, running the show. I know I've said it like a million times, but you're a really advanced soul, okay? You really need to know that. It's so weird. I just heard like the word Irish. I don't know if you have Irish in you, or like if you have Irish roots, or maybe you had past life and you have some type of connection with them, but that was random. Anyways, so let me put the rest of the cards in the screen. Yeah, and you know, things are going to start to really change gracefully is what I'm hearing. They're going to change gracefully and fully. Full blooms. That's what I'm hearing. You're having full, complete blooms now. No more just little buds. Full, complete blooms. Sorry, I'm just trying to find like a space anywhere I can. And I just have to say, duh, okay? Duh. Like, look at this. Like I kept saying a million gazillion times, you're a freaking advanced soul, and look at what comes out. Wizard, spiritual impeccability. I'm telling you, this is not your first. That's interesting. I just heard labyrinth. This is not your first labyrinth. This is not your first rodeo. Like, you have truly, I just heard stood the test of time. You have really had so many lives of building this spiritual ancient knowledge and occult knowledge. You know, there's a lot of sacred knowledge from your ancestors too that you'll soon tap into, and I feel like you've been wanting that. But you know, your soul is so wise and you haven't even scratched the surface yet. Like, even, of course, your ancestors have so much to teach you, right? But even you yourself, through what you've learned through so many lives, have so much to teach you. Yourself has so much to teach yourself, if that makes sense. And you're going to unlock it soon. I just heard in these coming years, you're really going to just continue to level up and advance in your spirituality and your connection to source and working with your gifts. You know, I really see you guys, I don't know if you work with your hands or just you're going to be really working with your gifts, your clairvoyance, your abilities, your healing magic. And I'm also just getting the message, you know, from your guides and angels, like, you've been loyal to us. We're going to be loyal to you. Yeah, you know, you've really been a tremendous leader in history that has literally changed the course of history and has changed and impacted so many souls, incarnations, and lives. You really are a force to be reckoned with. You yourself, like, the message I'm getting is so powerful. You yourself can change timelines. You yourself can heal nature. You yourself can heal bloodlines. There's just something so sacred about your divinity. Yes, wow. We have Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. I mean, that's literally what is happening. Like I said, with the wings of Isis, uniting with your angelic self. You are literally in the process of becoming your higher self, your highest version. You are literally about to bloom. You are completely about to be the highest version of yourself. Full system upgrade. This is a full, complete upgrade. It's like just power and strength and fierceness is being put just back into you and showered in your life, and just lights and beautiful blessings and cosmic gifts. And it's this reading's really good. Yeah, like I said, you're an ancient soul, and with memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Spiritual acceleration, need I say more? Like, you are progressing faster than you realize. Like, I literally cannot even express it enough. You are literally progressing faster than you realize. Things are about to get very eventful. Like, you're about to pass through your golden gates, and I just heard you're about to be in your Narnia. You're progressing so fast, so fast. You're going to be in a position soon, this year at some point, where you can truly make any freaking reality come true. You can make any dream come true. You can make anything happen, and I mean anything. Yes. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. I'm also feeling like you connecting with crystals more, you becoming more aware, working with them, or just maybe getting new crystals, something about that. And maybe they're also just mentioning like you meditating with them or holding them or just trying to connect with them more, because they do hold so much information. Embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Go with the flow. You are getting so much more sensitive. Like I said at the beginning, your gifts are really blooming and becoming so much more opened. Okay, like you haven't really experienced much yet with your gifts. And I'm not saying that you like haven't had anything crazy happen, but what I'm saying is like you haven't scratched the surface. Like you have no idea how beautiful and abundant and ever flowing your gifts are, and you've really barely tapped into them. And you are so unique. Like your gifts are so unique and so powerful, and you really need to believe in them. Okay. So we got earth and air, stabilization, physical integration, mental clearing. So a lot of mental blockages being cleared. So definitely energy cleansing baths are going to be important. 1 to 2 cups of sea salt, and using that to cleanse these, the rest of these mental little blocks, and helping integrate this energy further. And eating better, of course, is really going to help integrate. And look at so much dolphins. I feel like dolphins are really important to you, or dolphins, maybe sacred to you. Of course, dolphins come from Sirius B, and that's where, all this ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses, they also come from Sirius B. So I feel like your soul is really connected to Sirius B, and also probably the Arcturians. So let go of fear, jump into love, let go beyond attachments, unique expression, flow of creation, joyfulness, play. It's okay to relax, smile again, share your flow. I feel like you've been like on this mode of healing, right? And really working through your obstacles, and just being really self-aware and doing the work that you feel like you need to do. And I feel like now it's like you're finally to the point like, okay, we can chill out and rest. We can enjoy the view. Like, no more hard work. Like, let's go play. Let's go celebrate. And I feel like it's going to take a second for that to really set in and hit, and realize, whoa, like with this huge perspective change, like I really realize things aren't as bad as I think, or like things are so beautiful, And you're really going to start to be like, I just feel like you're really going to start to manifest things into your reality, and you're going to be like, whoa. So really be aware of the thoughts that you're having, because you're going to start to really manifest fast, and you're going to start to attract it like a magnet. And it's like right now the universe is really hearing you. It's like something like the universe really, really fucks with your energy right now. The universe really goes well with your energy, and is really responsive, really responding right now. And it's this like you're on top of the world and you don't even know it yet. It's like you're on top of the world, but they have like a sheet over you and you don't see it yet. you're about to have that sheet ripped off and you're about to see like, oh my God, look where I'm at. Like I didn't even realize. Wow. Just feel like I had so much to say with you guys. I have to take a sip of water. I'm going to leave this off with something amazing is about to happen. Something that's going to help you soar and put you in a completely new state of mind. Something you wanted for a while. It's making its complete return. Well, I know I've said this enough, but you're a very advanced soul. You're very connected to the spirit realm, and you definitely have mediumship abilities. If you're not aware of it yet, you will be at one point. And yeah, you're way more connected than you even realize. So if you like this video, please give it a like or a comment and have an amazing night. I'm truly, truly impressed by who you are. You are definitely an original soul. You are a badass, okay?